Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about what a Christian can learn from Quran and Hadith. Let me show you. Quran chapter 13 verse 39 says, Allah wipes off what he wills and affirms what he wills, and with him is the mother book. As you can see, the word here, the mother of the book. The mother of the book is not Al-Quran. Let me show you. I want you to hear it yourself.
الكتاب.
Al-Kitab. Al-Kitab is the Bible. So Allah protects the Bible himself. And in Quran chapter 85 verse 22, it says, inscribed on a well-guarded tablet. According to commentary on this verse, the well-guarded tablet, which is Quran, contains Quran, Allah placed it in the forehead of an angel, Israfil. So Quran is protected by an angel, and the Bible is protected by Allah himself. You see the difference? Let's go to the next one. Al-Mu'minun, verse 50. And we made the son of Mary and his mother a sign. So Mary is a sign. Jesus is a sign. And his mother, Mary, is a sign. Can you believe this? So Mary is highly regarded by Allah. That's why Allah mentioned her and made her a sign with Jesus. Now, when you go to Sahih Muslim, hadith number 976b, Abu Hurairah reported, the apostle of Allah visited the grave of his mother and he wept and moved others around him to tears and said, I sought permission from my Lord to beg forgiveness for her, but it was not granted to me. Can you believe? The best of the creation, he was not granted forgiveness for the mother, for his mother. So Aminah is going to hell. Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 3431, narrated Said bin al-Musayyab. Abu Hurairah said, I heard Allah's messenger saying, there is none born among the offspring of Adam, but Satan touches it. A child therefore cries loudly at the time of birth because of the touch of Satan, except Mary and her child. Again, you see, Mary. We have seen another hadith from Al-Bukhari where Jesus was not touched by Satan. But this hadith includes Mary. So Mary also pure. Can you believe this? I mean, Mary is not pure like Jesus or God, but still. Compared to Aminah, Aminah is going to hell. In Sahih Muslim 976b. Let's go next one. Quran. This one is chapter 3, verse 161. It is not conceivable for a prophet to misappropriate the spoils. Of course, many of you knows what it's talking about. Unless if you are a Muslim. If you're not a Muslim, probably you will know what this is talking about. The red velvet cloth. The stolen red velvet cloth. So, the Sahaba accused Prophet Muhammad. The companions of Muhammad accused him of stealing the red cloth, the red velvet cloth. Quran chapter 24, verse 11. This one actually longer. This one is from chapter verse 11 to verse 21. Surah An-Nur, verse 11 to 21. Let me read it a little bit. Those who have come up with false imputation are a gang among you. Do not think it is bad for you, rather it is good for you. Every one of them is liable for what he earned of the sin. And the one who played the major role in it, for him there is mighty punishment. And then yada yada yada, 10 verses later, for the next 10 verses. And these 11 verses, unless if you're Muslim, you know what this verse is talking about. This is when the Sahaba accused Aisha of cheating. So they think, or they thought Aisha was cheating because Aisha was missing for a period of time. Let's go next one. Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 53. O you who have believed, do not enter the houses of the Prophet except when you are permitted for a meal without awaiting its readiness. When you are invited, then enter. When you have eaten, disperse, without seeking to remain for conversation. Allah sent down a verse because Muhammad was annoyed by his companions who came to his house 3 hours early for a meal. Sometimes Prophet Muhammad invited his companions for a meal, and they came 3 hours early, and after they eat, they finish everything, they linger for another 3 hours maybe. So the meal is only an hour. But now it became 7 hours. And so very clearly in this verse is proving that the Sahaba or the companions of Muhammad were very, very annoying. Quran, Surah Tahrim, verse 1 to 4, actually. O Prophet, why do you ban something that Allah has made lawful for you, seeking to please your wives? And then for the next, another 3 verses, right? If you are not a Muslim, you know what this is talking about. This is when Hafsa and Aisha gang up complaining to Prophet Muhammad regarding Mary the Copt, the slave, Hafsa's slave. Muhammad had sex with her slave, and they complained about it. I mean, probably they were saying like, what, 11 of us, not enough? So now you want the slave too? That's probably what they're saying, right? And then I think, in verse 4, Allah confirmed that He will protect Muhammad. Him and the angels and Jibril and every Muslim will defend Muhammad from these two ladies. So now you can see what Allah thinks of the Sahaba or the companions of Muhammad. They are annoying. They accuse of Aisha of cheating. They accuse their prophet of stealing. His wives ganging up against him. Well, because of this one is because of his fault. But anyway, as you can see, the wives complaining, The Sahabas accused Aisha of cheating. The Sahaba accused Muhammad of stealing. The wives got mad at Muhammad. All the verses came down regarding this. Next one. However, for those who follow Jesus, it's very different. Allah said, O Jesus, indeed I will take you and raise you to myself and purify you from those who disbelieve, and make those who follow you superior to those who disbelieve until the day of resurrection. So whoever follow Jesus until the day of resurrection will be superior. Will be superior. See the difference between those who follow Jesus and those who follow Muhammad? You can see different verses for those two groups, Next one. As you can see here, this is Jibril saying, I am but a message bearer of your Lord to give you a boy purified, or pure boy. So Jesus is pure, without sin. In Quran chapter 48, verse 2, different. So that this Allah speaking to Muhammad, right? So that Allah may forgive you of your previous and subsequent faults, and may complete his favor upon you, and may guide you to a straight path. As you can see here, so Muhammad sinned in the past, and in the future he was still sinning. Compared to Jesus, pure, very different. So now, as you can see, who should you follow? The pure one, right? A sinner, if a sinner follows a sinner, then you will not go to heaven. You must follow the one who is pure. Next one. This is chapter 3, Al-Imran, verse 49. And a messenger to the children of Israel, indeed I have come to you with a sign from your Lord, in that I designed for you from clay, like the form of a bird. Then I breathe into it, and it becomes a bird by permission of Allah. And I cure the blind and the leper. I give life to the dead by permission of Allah. And I inform you of what you eat and what you store in your houses. Indeed, that is a sign for you if you are believers. So this verse is showing how Jesus had so many miracles. And if you read Bible, even more actually. But if we just go with Quran, this about it. I mean, of course, there are a couple more things, like Jesus speaks when he was in the cradle. But however, I just want to show you one verse. Now, this is one of several verses of Muhammad. The proof of Muhammad did not have any miracle. Al-Baqarah verse 118. Those who do not know say, why is that Allah does not speak to us, nor does a sign come to us? So spoke those before them as these people do. Their hearts resemble each other. We have indeed made the signs clear for the people who have certitude. So again, these people, they are asking why Allah doesn't speak, asking for a sign from Muhammad. Muhammad could not make Allah speak to them. Definitely. Why I picked this verse? Because this verse, Al-Baqarah, is the 87th chapter to be revealed, so it's almost kind of the end. Remember, Quran has 114 chapters, and this number 87th. It is revealed in Medina. I mean, we can read from Surah An-Nam, verse 37, Surah Ar-Rad, verse 7, Surah Hud, Surah Yunus. They are also speaking about how Prophet Muhammad did not have miracles. Prophet Muhammad was actually waiting with them for a miracle. But I just want to show you Surah Al-Baqarah because Surah Al-Baqarah is sort of almost at the end. So you can see, as you can see, the difference. What a Christian can learn from Quran and Hadith. Muhammad did not have miracle. Jesus, full of miracles. The mother of Jesus, regarded highly. The mother of Muhammad, going to hell. So many things. The Sahaba, verses came down because the Sahaba accused Muhammad of stealing. Verses came down because the wives of Prophet Muhammad were dissatisfied. Verses came down because the Sahaba accused Aisha of cheating. But a verse came down regarding those who follow Jesus and says that those who follow Jesus will be superior until the day of judgment. So now, knowing all this, I think actually whether you're a Christian or a Muslim, you should know the difference and you should know who to follow. I hope these verses will open your eyes, no matter you're Christian or Muslim. Because I want Christians to see this and to understand, because I want the Christians to know why we are Christians, why we follow Jesus. And then, of course, I want the Muslims to follow the suit. Thank you for listening and watching. Whether you're Muslim or a Christian, God bless you all. Have a nice life.